Hoy, hoy, ho, ho, ho. Yes. My shades I just dropped, and my radio, and whatever else. So, anyways, I'm doing a video here. I just want to, maybe I'm too happy or something like that. Maybe I need some kind of medication. No, I'm just in the wrong place, and this is the problem with America. Okay, it's happiness. Where are you happy? That's the National Geographic one I was just looking on Facebook today, and hopefully this will go on the internet soon. Computers are always slow nowadays. So anyways, I just want to portraying sort of this this sociology, this universal social theory, this reality. The corridors are there, and America. Well, this is the West Coast, okay? I grew up on the West Coast, and it's like the Hotel California. I don't know how to get out, and it's because of a secondary normative reality. So these realities must be navigated, or else the nation will hit the reef and just be stuck there. Okay, it'll be this permanent sort of limbo type of thing. And where I grew up, where my parents moved to from eastern Wisconsin, they moved to a very liberal, very diverse area. Mixed communities. Think like a Twilight Saga without the sort of psychos and the without the well, my parents are transplants, but they weren't teenagers like those guys. The English guy who plays the American type, whatever. All these stories. Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix. These people a lot of these people. They stand out because they're left-handed, and Latin America does not like that. East Asia does not like left-handedness. They don't even like the English language. Okay, as far as I can tell, no. They like Americans because West America has this geographic censure, this reality that must be cracked, or else America is gonna crack. It's just gonna have these cracks and leaking who knows what. Okay, this is the reality. Okay, and I got these poems. Cheers to laughter and a matter of factor. These and they're tongue tying twisted realities. Okay, you should not have this reality. So a net is the solution to do this. Now I will prove to you how important a net is right now with my Terminator glasses on. Watch me prove. If hopefully my pants don't fall off, because that would be. I'm wearing 2 pairs of pants, so don't worry. Don't worry yourself. Ooh. You like that? Yes, I love it. I love it. I need a haircut, right? It's not gonna happen. Someone's gonna scalp me and say, "Huh? Good luck." So, and yoga. Heart is beating, I suppose. Yes, it's a little hollow nowadays. Oh well. Hello. See? The ghost. Proto. Call. Humanity call. Yeah, you do have to breathe after something like that. And so I can't handle caffeine, but I make this mistake. I made it a couple of days ago, and I made it today. Not getting decaf. So that's a kind of a big problem. I gotta force myself to take a nap after I take that. Too much caffeine. It's not really that though. I'm just naturally happy, and I have no one to portray that to. And I got this problem. You can see it in my thumbs. It's coming from my neck. Atlas shrugged. So that's why I seem scary. is because there's a constant pain, uh, constant, constant thought. And thought is very quick. You have to be quick to catch that echo. So, so it's the me applying for a grant is like me. I don't know, me taking candy from a baby. You know, I'm just, it's like, geez, do I really need to do that? You know, I mean, a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it, but me, I'm on a mission, not. I'm on an objective, not a mission. Okay, ambiguities are. So, my objective is to create policy that unties the knots that manifest destiny ties up in these rare situations where these you get like a, I don't know, I want to get into like loopholes because that's kind of twisted, but that's the untwisting of the knot. You have to, it's like a statistic, you have to crank this wheel, this quantified wheel, without thinking about it, because a lot of these prime cases are already suffering, they're already sort of miserable, but if they belong somewhere else, and they have that quantification, identity, quantum leap, that leap must, you know, it's, you could say, oh, everyone's leaping on themselves, oh, they're so happy they're leaping, oh, they're happy generally, genetically, so if we do not put the particle, a net, into the chamber, into the vacuum, from the vacuum from the vacuum chamber, transform it into the particle, which basically rolls. It's like turning the mountains upside down. The mountains divide us. So this is the Great Divide. This is east. This is the far east. This is the far east. This is the far west. And when they cross the Great Divide, the mountains, they are like this. And these threads, these first generation, you'll have these normative statistics, secondary norms, secondary normative statistics. Still winded there, but you saw how fast I was running. You know. So these threads come around and they tie into old world dictatorship, fascist mentality. They are the threads that weave the fabric to make unity, to make strength, to make, you know, bonds. You know, that really, they're like hooks. And if you let those hooks unloose, there is no telling what could happen. The cracked vessel, the container that has a crack that people do not want to see. They don't want. So it's all good, right? Well, if there's a crack, if there's generally defective, then that is a crack. And if there's generally happy, it's actually geographically happy. Are you geography? You know, you are where you are. And that's not necessarily correct. So we have to make this rule a net. It makes it civility easy. The two are in the same one. One is people are escaping. The other one, people are humanity is rising, and it's all peacefully done through technology on the technology side, the Tower of Power. And I want to say China, because, you know, like in Latin America, it's often popular to wave your right hand, and it does not mean anything to them the way it does to the far west, to people like, you know, World War II. It does not mean anything on the West Coast. Okay, on the West Coast, we like, you know, oh, put your left, you know, on European ethnicity, culture, that division in between ethnicity and culture, because you could have aliens in Europe who are just as unhappy and dangerous as someone who, like Kurt Cobain, is promoting drug abuse and self-sympathy, grunge. So it's like surfing. I used to surf a lot. Intense waves, the best waves in Santa Cruz, just about every place. And so I have to do this yoga thing where I breathe through one nose 3 times, but much more slowly. I actually feel it now. They say it's a sort of a medicine, if you will, because when I go surfing, it's very hostile out there. It's even if the waves are small, which is no fun anyways, it's still a super hostile situation. You're going for the tubes. You're going like bodyboarding or full longboard surfing. I surf the same waves on the same board sometimes. Different boards, the same heavy duty waves, and so it's like drawing that line. If it's all or nothing, you have to go for it. And when you're catching a wave, when you start paddling for it, you're actually leaning over the edge. You're fully leaning over the edge. You're leaning not only that, but you're leaning into the barrel. You think you're going that way, right? Because the wave is breaking that way. You're actually, to catch it, you have to paddle into the curl and over this ledge, and it's like dropping down there, and that's the only way you're going to catch it. You go for that scary thing. And the guide, so there's the primary guide, the guide, your neighbor, who could say, let's go surfing, it's awesome. They'll tell you, like, charismatic, or it's intense, the waves, I surfed them in Hawaii and stuff like that. And then there's the secondary guide, the one who simply calls up on a phone and says, your son, mother and father, has qualified for an exchange student. We're sending an exchange student to you right now. They'll be at your door as soon as he knocks. That guy goes, your son or daughter must go out the back door. They're like doppelgangers, okay? They go out the back door and they get on the bus, they get on the plane, they get on the ship. They don't go insane. That's just like perfect balance that takes the container and says, yes, I can feel the weight in there. I know what's in there. Now we can preserve our containment, and everyone must have some containment, okay? And you also must, that container, if it's not cemented with 3 generations of roots into the ground in that region, within a day's walk or so, or 2 days walk, very close, then that container is still movable. And if you can quantify what's inside that, and you can basically tell just by looking at it after a while, you can see the morning shadow, the dew, whatever. It's sort of philosophical reasoning. My words, my vocabulary is I have to make up words. That's how disconnected I am, okay? And it's like a joke to me, okay? I mean, everything is just a joke, I mean, if I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna laugh my ass off, okay? I'm not gonna just take it like a stump, No. I have no roots in California and West America. My roots are in Wisconsin, and they're all in Europe, in fact. All my ancestry is over there. So your closest ancestry, wherever that is, if you have a normative quantification, you can X-Files. You look, you get a few experts out there. They're about as few as that very prime case. Those experts have this vision, and then everyone else kind of learns. Like my poetry that I'm writing, I notice that it's good. The poetry, it's awesome. Telling people what they can and can't do with philosophical love and the other stuff. So you can develop this perception, this to perceive the prime case, and then that prime case is simply navigated. You have basically social ecology in the new world comes from the old world, wherever that old world is, wherever your closest ancestry is. That's where normalcy is undeniable, unless if you are generally defective, in which case that is another equation of the balance of humanity. And keeping it positive without thinking it's a joke, because it's You know, you got to entertain your spirit. At the same time, you have to maintain your science. And we go halfway with science. That's not good enough. We have to go the full way, or else we're going to be floundering out there, and it's going to be like this hot wire, or this fire hose, just making a mess, like a big crack in the container, just spilling out this unconnection, that the container is not connected solidly. It's not holding matters of the heart and mind. Yeah. So Annette is. I'm speaking to the spirited and to the scientific and to the policymakers. Okay, the movers and the shakers. I'm trying to connect to this circuit. Is like grabbing a live wire. I mean, are you? What am I, Frankenstein? I don't think so. Anyways, my closest ancestry, ironically, wouldn't be Ireland. It would be Germany, because that's where I felt the most academic success. Ireland, which I am half Irish on my father's side, fourth generation all around. That's all my ancestry. Well, that's not as close because logic depicts it that way, but at the same time, that's where I've done my research, okay? And it's just because it's a westward movement. You start in the east and you move to the west. Or if you start in the Far East and you move east to America, then you are a different culture, you're a different paradigm. There's general perceptibility of acceptability. So anyways, I'm going to go see a movie, Sherlock Holmes. I look forward to seeing the professor. I just love that poster, man. Oh. Okay, so, you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, so, seriously, yeah. I'm trying to get a grant because I need some guidance, applying various universities, but I need some guidance. I have the vision. I'm extremely sane. I like to entertain, maintain the situation. Okay, I have that ability, but there's a lot of nowadays the American the long-term political system, not system, but political reality, mentality, for the last couple generations has been to subjugate exceptionalism, to subjugate exception, and find the cracks. Let's open up those cracks and let the goo come in. That's going to stop, okay? Okay, we have to contain the cracks and navigate those threads to do that containment. Okay, that thread is godlike, okay? And I want to say a call out to Pastor Mike, because that guy, I heard some sermon yesterday. I love it, okay? Yes, that was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. Okay, so thank you. Okay, I am very focused. I just have pain, and this thing is boxy pain. It's like I feel it kind of like, so I don't make as much eye contact as I would if I had the self-esteem of Annette.